My name is Maha Dhanyan and my student number is 240581104. Today I will be presenting a SWOT analysis of Shell Global, a multinational energy company headquartered in the UK. This analysis will highlight the company's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, providing an insight into its current position and future prospects. Shell is one of the largest, most influential players in the global energy sector, with operations spanning over oil, gas, and renewable energy. As the energy landscape shifts towards sustainability and cleaner alternatives, Shell faces both opportunities for growth and challenges that could impact its market position. By evaluating its internal strengths and weaknesses alongside external opportunities and threats, we can better understand how Shell navigates an increasingly competitive and environmentally conscious market. Starting with a prominent strength being Shell's sustainability goals. Shell has committed to achieving net zero emissions by 2050, which ensures regulatory compliance along with enhancing Shell's brand and reputation, making it more attractive to eco-conscious consumers, investors, and stakeholders. This is also beneficial in securing funding and partnership, as many investors prioritize companies and strong sustainability goals, which ensures long-term growth in an evolving market. However, Shell faces a major weakness, which is high operational and capital costs. The oil and gas company requires massive investments in exploration, production, and technological advancements. Shell projects often take multiple years before they start generating profit, and having such a long payback period increases financial risk. These high costs also limit Shell's ability to quickly shift investments into emerging markets, which puts the company at a disadvantage compared to others. Despite these challenges, Shell has several growth opportunities, one of them being securing investors and government subsidies. According to Shell's Technology and Innovation Report, billions of dollars have been invested in research and development for clean energy. Therefore, in order to lower costs, they could collaborate with governments, research institutions. These subsidies will allow Shell to reallocate funds to other areas of need, also accelerate its shift towards a low carbon future. Lastly, a major threat Shell faces is changing consumer behavior in the energy market. As consumers and governments now prioritize environmentally friendly options, the demand for traditional energy like oil, gas, and chemicals is decreasing. For example, the shift to electric vehicles, which is actively encouraged by the government worldwide by providing incentives along with implementing policies against the use of fossil fuels. This threatens Shell's core business model, which has been largely dependent on fossil fuels. Therefore, Shell risks declining profits and losing customers to other companies that facilitate electric vehicles. To summarize this presentation, Shell has a strong global presence and ambitious sustainability goals, positioning itself as a leader in the transition towards cleaner energy. However, it also faces significant challenges, including high operational costs and an evolving consumer landscape that increasingly favors renewable energy over fossil fuels. In order to remain competitive, Shell must continue investing in strategic partnerships, securing government subsidies, and accelerating its transition towards sustainable energy solutions. By doing so, it can mitigate financial risks, strengthen its brand reputation, and adapt to changing energy. Ultimately, the ability to balance its traditional fossil fuel business with emerging green technologies will determine Shell's long-term success in an evolving global company. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ahmad Khan. My student number is 240-60367. And as you all know, today I will be discussing the Royal Dutch Shell, commonly known as Shell, one of the world's leading multinational oil and gas companies with a presence in over 70 countries. Shell operates across the entire energy value chain, including exploration, production, and refining, distribution, and marketing of oil and gas. Beyond its traditional energy operations, Shell is increasingly investing in renewable energy initiatives such as wind, solar power, and low carbon solutions. To better understand Shell's strategic position in the global energy market, I'll present a SWOT analysis examining its strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So let's start with strength. Strong global presence and market leadership. As you all know, Shell operates in over 70 countries, and it is a unique advantage in terms of market reach and brand recognition. This extensive presence allows Shell to leverage economies of scale. By operating globally, Shell can negotiate better deals with suppliers, reduce costs per unit, and optimize its supply chain. Diversify revenue streams with operations across multiple regions. Shell can mitigate risk associated with economic downturns in specific countries by balancing its revenue streams. Diversified energy portfolio. Shell has been actively investing in renewable energy sources like wind and solar power. This diversification strategy helps the company adapt to changing consumer presence, comply with regulatory demands. Governments worldwide are implementing strict environmental regulation. By diversifying into renewables. Shell can better navigate these regulatory challenges. Now let's move on to weaknesses. Exposure to commodity price volatility. Shell's profitability is heavily influenced by fluctuation in oil and gas prices. This volatility can lead to unpredictable profits, as a drop in global energy prices can significantly reduce Shell's revenue, as seen in the 16% decline in profit in 2024. Operational challenges. Low prices may force Shell to reduce production or delay projects, impacting its operational efficiency. High dependence on fossil fuel. Despite its efforts to diversify, Shell still relies heavily on oil and gas for its revenue. This dependence poses risk as global markets shift towards sustainability and regulatory pressures. Now let's move on to opportunities. The first opportunity is growth in LNG. LNG means liquid natural gas market. Shell is a leader in LNG production, and this market offers significant growth potential due to increasing demand for cleaner energy. LNG is seen as a cleaner alternative to coal, which aligns with global effort to reduce carbon emission. Energy transition. As countries transition away from coal, LNG can serve as a bridge fuel, providing a cleaner energy source until renewable technologies become more prevalent. Strategic partnership in emerging markets. Shell is forming partnership in emerging economies like India, Brazil, Southeast Asia. These partnerships offer growth opportunities. Emerging markets provide a high growth environment for Shell to expand its green energy portfolio. Now let's move on to threats. Economic uncertainties and geopolitical risk. Factors such as trade restrictions, geopolitical instability, and conflict like Russia and Ukraine war pose significant risks to Shell operation. These threats can disrupt supply chain. Political instability can lead to supply chain disruption, impacting Shell's ability to maintain constant production level. Increased operational cost. Economic uncertainties may result in higher operational costs due to increased security measures or logistics challenges. So these were the SWOT analysis, and in summary, Shell is a dominant player in the energy sector with significant strength, including its global presence and diversified portfolio. However, it faces challenges such as commodity price volatility and regulatory pressures. By leveraging opportunities like LNG growth and renewable energy expansion, while mitigating threats through strategic planning, Shell can maintain its competitive edge in evolving energy landscape. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Alisha Yunus Khan, student number 240-57438. I'll be the third person to share some points today. These are the points on my SWOT analysis of Shell Global, one of the largest and most influential companies in the global energy sector. By exploring this, we can gain a better understanding of the challenges and the potential the company faces as it adapts to the evolving energy landscape. Our points are all interlinked, but these are the ones that I thought and perceived as some of the strongest points for the SWOT analysis. So let's start with Shell's strengths. One of Shell's greatest assets is its financial strength. The company has consistently demonstrated strong revenue and profit margins, even in challenging times. With a diversified portfolio in energy, including oil, natural gas, and renewable energy projects, Shell has the financial flexibility to adapt to market changes. This financial strength also allows Shell to invest heavily in technologies and in research and development, and this allows them to become more innovative and lead the energy sector. Now, over the years, Shell has maintained a strong credit rating and continues to generate high levels of cash flow, which are critical in sustaining its global operations and executing strategic acquisitions. Now, moving on to its weaknesses. One significant challenge for Shell is internal resistance to change. A key issue that Shell faces, as discussed in an article in Sensia, is the company's struggle with transformational change. In a rapidly evolving energy sector, Shell has recognized the need to shift its focus towards renewable energy and sustainable practices. However, there has been some considerable internal resistance to these changes, largely due to its deep-rooted history in fossil fuels. Employees, organizational culture, and traditional business modes can create barriers when attempting to implement such large-scale transformation. The resistance can slow down progress and hinder Shell's ability to transition smoothly to a more sustainable energy future. Now let's talk about opportunities. One of the most significant opportunities for Shell is the emerging markets and the global expansion that it can look into. As many developed countries continue to push for greener energy solutions, emerging markets, particularly in Asia and Africa, are still heavily reliant on oil and gas for their energy needs. Shell has the opportunity to tap into these growing markets where energy demand is surging. Additionally, as the global middle class expands, so does the demand for energy. This creates a chance for Shell to establish a stronger presence in these regions and secure long-term growth. Shell has already been investing in infrastructure, and increasing their operations in emerging markets could be a crucial part of their future strategy to maintain leadership in the global energy market. Finally, we come to threats. One of the most significant threats that Shell faces is changing regulations across financial, social, and environmental fronts. On the financials aspect, tightening regulations tightening regulations around financial disclosures and corporate governance are increasing scrutiny on major oil companies such as Shell. So social pressures, particularly from aspects and also the general public, are pushing for corporations to adopt more sustainable practices and be more transparent with their environmental impact. So furthermore, climate change regulations are becoming stricter worldwide, with governments implementing policies that demand a shift towards renewable energy sources. This regulatory pressure, coupled with shifting societal expectations, poses a challenge for Shell, particularly as it seeks to balance short-term profits with long-term renewable and sustainability goals. Navigating these shifting regulations will be critical for Shell's future success. So in conclusion, Shell Global, with its financial strength and opportunities in emerging markets, is well positioned to thrive in the evolving energy landscape. However, internal resistance to transformation and external threats from changing regulations pose significant challenges. By addressing its weaknesses and embracing the opportunities in renewable energy and new markets, Shell can continue to lead in the energy sector. However, adapting to these rapid changes will require both organizational and cultural shifts. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mohammad Irfan and my student number is 240-61021. Today I will present my short analysis of Shell, one of the world's largest energy companies. My analysis highlights Shell's strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat based on recent data and source. Let's begin with strength. The first point is advanced research and innovation. Shell $1 billion yearly investment in research supports cutting-edge technologies in carbon capture and alternative fuels. The second strength is strong brand recognition. Over the years, Shell has gained Shell has gained customer loyalty and trust by providing quality service and product. It has also enhanced its brand value and reputation, thus making it is $1 million company. Now I will discuss some of the weakness of the company. The first one is environmental and regulatory issues. Shell face strength environmental regulation and legal challenge due to carbon emission and oil spill. These issues impact on its brand reputation and operational cost. The second weakness is vulnerability to oil prices. Shell financial performance is subject to oil prices in international market. When price drop, the company profit also drop. Coming to the opportunities. The first part about strategic merger acquisition. Shell is acquiring clean energy firms to accelerate its green transition, and another opportunity is the investment in renewable energy. The growing market demand for clean, sustainable energy motivates Shell to invest in technology like solar, wind, and biofuels. This also diversifies their business portfolio. Last but not the least, we will discuss threat to the Shell Global. The first one is transition to electric vehicles. The rise of EV and battery technologies threatens demand for gasoline and diesel, directly impacting Shell downstream business. And second one is climate change. As energy demand is increasing globally, the carbon dioxide and harmful gas emission is also increasing, which is directly contributing to climate change. And it will eventually cause Shell to face strict regulation or increase in maintenance cost. To, to conclude the discussion, Shell SWOT analysis provided overview of its current standing in UK and international market. Shell, a key player in international markets, consistently needs improvement and innovation to cope up with international standards and to compete with players. Thank you.
Okay, so hello everyone guys. I will be continuing the SWOT analysis of Shell Global. My student number is 240610053 and my company Shell Global is registered in England and Wales. So the strength which I am going to describe is diversified energy portfolio. Shell is involved in oil, gas and renewable energy sectors including wind, hydrogen and biofuels, positioning itself well for the energy transition. The second strength is technological innovation. The company consistently invests in advanced technologies for energy production, improving efficiency and sustainability. The third strength is financial strength. As Maha mentioned, Shell has a strong balance sheet and significant revenue which enables investment in new markets and technologies. So coming to the weaknesses of Shell Global, the first weakness is environmental concerns. Shell has been criticized for high carbon emissions and environmental damage, affecting its reputation. The second weakness of my company is public perception issues. Past incidents such as oil spills have negatively impacted the company's public image. Okay, so coming to the opportunities, the first opportunity is strategic partnerships and acquisition. Shell is collaborating with renewable energy companies to expand its low carbon solutions. And second is electric vehicle infrastructure. The company is investing in EV charging stations and battery technology, aligning with the growing electric vehicle market. The third opportunity is carbon neutrality goals. Shell aims to reduce carbon emissions, which could improve its public image and regulatory standings. The threat to Shell Global is fluctuating oil prices. The company is highly dependent on global oil and gas prices, which can impact revenues. And the second threat is shifting consumer preferences. With the growing emphasis on sustainable energy, demand from oil-based products is declining. In conclusion, Shell Global is a highly respected international organization with a strong reputation, advanced legal technologies, and a broad manufacturing base. However, environmental concerns, Regulatory challenges and competition from renewable energy companies pose challenges by investing in renewable energy, electric vehicle infrastructure, and sustainability efforts. Shell can adapt to the changing energy landscape and remain competitive. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This was a very good discussion, guys. Thank you so much for each of your insight on one of the largest, most established companies in the world. We've heard of Shell from our childhoods, and this was such a great reminder of how these major corporations can continue to improve.
That's true, but won't you guys agree that the bigger the global footprint, the more environmental risk the company carries?
That's a valid point, but the company itself is moving towards a more sustainable future. We're just hoping that this goal can be attained more efficiently.
Hopefully.
Okay, so can I ask you a question, Nisha?
Yeah, sure.
You mentioned the regulatory pressures from climate change policies. What specific financial or social risk do you think Shell are posed to Shell?
Okay, that's a great question. On the financial side, the risk is that Shell may face fines, penalties, or reduced revenues if it fails to comply with stricter environmental laws. On the social side, there's the potential for public backlash, and if Shell is seen as lagging behind in adopting these sustainable practices, pressure from investors, activists, and even consumers would impact Shell's reputation, and it would make it harder for Shell to attract investors and customers who prioritize sustainability. So in the long run, this could hurt Shell's market share and profitability. I hope that makes sense.
Yes, thank you.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
Let's finish.